Today we are going over the top 15 sea monsters scarier than the Megalodon. Make sure you watch until the end. Kindly subscribe to the channel and click on the bell button. Here we go. Number 1. Titan Triggerfish. While the chances of a shark attacking you while diving are very rare, the odds are better regarding the feisty Titan Triggerfish. The folks at diving website Undercurrent warn, found in coral reefs everywhere from Australia to Thailand. The creatures will bite through divers' fins and flesh, and often even where they haven't been provoked. Titan triggerfish are beautiful and bold, but divers know to keep their distance. Number 2. Stingray. In 2006, conservationist and iconic animal-themed TV personality Steve Irwin famously died at the hands or tail of a stingray. Though you can pet the stingrays at most aquariums, the ones in the wild still have their stingers intact. And if Irwin's death is any indication, they aren't afraid to use them if they feel threatened. Number 3. Flower urchin. Don't let this sea urchin's beauty fool you. Each of its flowers are actually a tentacle with a little jaw, called a Scarier, that can inject toxic venoms and potentially kill you. Let's just say there's a reason that this ferocious flower was named the most dangerous sea urchin in the 2014 Guinness Book of World Records. There is no better way to say it. The venom of this urchin is potent and deadly. In the human body, it causes spasms of the smooth muscles, convulsions, drowning, paralysis, shock, and death. Once it makes contact with your bare skin, it will pump the venom in. The flower urchin is infamous and responsible for a number of human deaths. Number 4. Electric eel. The electric eel, not actually an eel by the way, gets its name from the way it attacks and kills its predators and prey. Its body contains organs filled with nearly 6,000 electrolytes that store electricity like small batteries. When something, like, say, a human, gets close, the not actually an eel will discharge volts of electricity and shock the intruder, sometimes to death. These eels are predatory and can deliver enormous electric discharge of up to 600 volts maximum. They do this through over 6,000 electrolyte cells in their bodies. That much voltage can cause heart failure in a human being. Number 5. Tea-cone snail. Though shell collectors lust after the complex carcass of the textile cone snail, even the bravest and bashest wouldn't dare get close to a live one. Though tiny, these vicious snails can inject venom through their regular teeth, capable of paralyzing and killing a human. It's commonly called the cloth of gold and measures just about 3.5 inches in length. Its attractive shell makes it a favorite for shell collectors, but it's believed that one drop of its venom can kill 20 people. Number 6. Blue-ringed octopus. At first glance, the blue-ringed octopus seems completely harmless. It's vibrantly colored, smaller than a candy bar, and doesn't look like it could hurt a fly. But in reality, according to the folks at Ocean Conservancy, this small sea creature has venom 1,000 times more powerful than a cyanide, and at any given time, it's carrying enough to kill 26 human beings in just minutes. The venom will paralyze you until you stop breathing, so if you see one of these, stay far, far away. The real danger with this creature is that their bites are typically painless, so victims don't realize they have been bitten. It's only when they begin to display symptoms like respiratory depression and paralysis that they know something is wrong. Note that there are no anti-venoms for this octopus, so it's definitely one of the most dangerous sea creatures in Earth's waters. Fortunately, this creature is not aggressive and will usually flee from humans. Also, the rings on its body start to change color once the animal feels threatened, so that serves as a warning to back off. Number 7. Dubois sea snake. Snakes on land are scary, sure, but when it comes to fear factor, sea snakes are an entirely different playing field. Take the Dubois sea snake, for instance. The Australian serpent is one of the most venomous sea snakes out there, and one of the top 3 most dangerous snakes in the world. But not only is it confirmed dangerous, it is the most venomous sea snake tested. They are most active at dawn and dusk, but are not overly aggressive per se. And if snakes make your skin crawl, then you'll relate to these 20 childhood fears that'll stick with you until adulthood. Number 8. Pufferfish. Pufferfish, or blowfish, possesses venom that's 1,200 times more poisonous than cyanide, making these little guys one of the most toxic animals in the world. But despite their deadliness, the inflated fish is considered a delicacy in Japan, where trained chefs prepare it for exorbitant fees. Of course, one wrong cut can mean death for the person ingesting the sea creature. In fact, dangerous would be an understatement for this creature. Their poison contains textrodioxin, a substance that is 1,200 times more deadly than cyanide. Textrodioxin occurs in the liver, kidneys, the eyes, spikes, and ovaries of pufferfish. There is no antidote for pufferfish toxin, and it will kill an adult human in minutes. Pufferfish will expand their bodies to a round ball-like shape when they feel threatened. Number 9. Box jellyfish. The name box jellyfish is somewhat ambiguous and often used interchangeably with sea wasp. The box jellyfish venom is so potent it can kill fellow sea creatures before they even know what's happening. The jellyfish will latch onto humans by wrapping its dangling tentacles around the limbs or other parts of the body. Contact with human skin is very painful, and a diver unfortunate enough to receive up to 2 meters of tentacles can be dead in 2 minutes. Usually victims will experience heart failure and die before they can get to shore, and victims have been known to die before even reaching land. And no, despite what you saw in Friends, peeing on someone when they've just been stung by a box jellyfish won't help. At least 100 people die every year from box jellyfish encounters. Number 10. Stonefish. The stonefish protects itself with 13 venomous dorsal spines capable of killing tissue and putting the human body into shock. I describe the pain as excruciating because that's the words that come from crucify, and that's exactly what it does. There's no other way to describe it. One man told Newsmail, after being stung by a stonefish between his toes, "It was like hitting your toe with a hammer and then rubbing over it again and again with a nail file. And when you're by the ocean, it's not just critters you need to fear." Number 11. Lionfish. Experts speculate that the lionfish gets its name from its long, luceus dorsal spines that loosely resemble a male lion's mane. And, like its namesake, the lionfish is a powerful predator, though instead of relying on fangs and ferocity, it relies on the venomous sting of its spines, which can cause pain, respiratory failure, and in extreme cases, paralysis. Number 12. Flamboyant cuttlefish. The flamboyant cuttlefish is the only toxic cuttlefish known to exist. This colorful creature has been compared to the blue-ringed octopus, as in its poisonous flesh can kill any predator that dares to feast on it. And, like the blue-ringed octopus, marine biologists believe that this toxic tank dweller uses its vibrant colors to warn potential predators to stay away. Number 13. Sea slugs. In case you haven't learned by now, you should stay as far away as possible from any brilliantly colored sea creatures, especially if they're sea slugs. Researchers at the University of Queensland recently found that various colorful sea slugs have the ability to slurp up and store deadly chemicals from the creatures they eat for later use. One type of sea slug in particular, the gray-side-gilled sea slug, has been linked to canine deaths. And beach dwellers are encouraged to keep their children and pets at an arm's length to avoid accidental ingestion. Number 14. Beaked sea snake. According to the Thai National Parks, beaked sea snakes are responsible for more than 50% of all sea snake bites. Each bite contains anywhere from 7.9 to 9 milligrams of venom. For reference, a human can die from just 1.5 milligrams. Number 15. Crown of thorns starfish. Generally, about 13 inches in diameter, the crown of thorns starfish is larger and much more dangerous than its benign, literally washed-up relatives on the seashore. This coral-loving creature is covered in poisonous spines that cause intense, immediate pain, lasting for up to 3 hours. Bonus: Portuguese man-of-war. Though the Portuguese man-of-war is just 12 inches long, its tentacles can be up to 165 feet, and unfortunately, these long tentacles are covered in venom-filled nemecysts that are paralyzed prey. Though a man-of-war isn't quite venomous enough to paralyze a human, its sting is powerful and packs quite the punch, and don't be fooled by the harmless Portuguese man-of-war washed up on the shore. Even dead ones can sting. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the like button, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to keep up to date with all of our future amazing videos.